All right. Welcome. Adam, are you going to be
Hello.
leading us?
Uh, I think you guys are pretty good leaders, so I'm more the facilitator, but
All right.
you guys will do a good job.
Week one. Single satisfaction. Singleness. It sounds like such an ugly word, doesn't it? Most people view it as a bad thing. Something you have to get through if you want to be a real man or woman. The funny thing,
Mm.
though, is having a better half in the form of significant other will not make you feel whole as a complete person. The Bible tells us this, but it also shows us this through the example of Jesus Christ. See, we often forget that just as Jesus is absolutely God, he is also absolutely human. And what this means is that Jesus was once a teenager, just like all of us, which meant he had all the urges, questions, and desires which you face on a regular basis. But Jesus never went on a date. He never got a girlfriend, and he never got married. Why do you think he chose this? He could have made a girlfriend that fit his plan perfectly if he really wanted to, right?
Mm.
Okay. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. John 10.
I can read the next part.
Okay?
Well, Jesus said that he came so that people could have life to the full. He showed us that singleness isn't about waiting for the right person, but instead exploring how you can fully experience God in the season of life right now. Okay, so on to the discussion page. So just a header question. So what does that look like? What could that look like? Um, and I'm going to read this next part. Because the great secret of the universe, this is a quote, because the great secret of the universe is that you can be more than just satisfied in your singleness. You can find both love and purpose. Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. How about the first discussion question?
Okay, when is a time that you had to really long for and not get right away something you were really excited for? What was it like waiting for that thing? What did you do in the meantime?
Mm,
Okay, so what was something that you had to really want but you had to wait? And what did you do while you were waiting?
mm, mm.
That's a good question.
Ooh, that is good. That is good.
Oh, I got one. Okay,
I don't know any.
so this is a pretty relevant one. So it is March 3rd, and I'm about to go on spring break,
Mm-hmm.
and uh,
Is that better?
it's gonna be super
Yeah.
fun to go, and I'm gonna have a nice vacation, and it's gonna be super fun. But this week, just knowing that it's right here, it's been feeling so long, and so I'm just trying to stay positive and just try to get through the week, even though it's going slow, just so I can end up having a lot of fun.
Mm.
Yes, sir.
Interesting.
What about you, Adam?
Mm. Well, so I just got a new guitar that I really like. Um,
Is it the is it the green one?
it is the green one, yes.
The PRS?
So, yes.
Hey, Colson knows his
Yeah.
stuff. Yes, sir.
Yep.
I'm a Paris expert. Anyway, so I had this one guitar that I've had for a while, a few years, but it was kind of a mid-range guitar. It kind of got me by, but it was having some problems, and I really wanted a new guitar. But some of you guys may know, guitars can be kind of an expensive thing to buy, right? When I was able to get it, I ordered it, I got it, and I really enjoyed it. Even though I had to wait for a long time, but I just knew that the waiting uh, made it even more fun when I actually got it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bilbin, Colson, or Caden, do you guys have anything?
I got one.
All right.
Yeah.
So basically, I used to be a Samsung user. Yep, I know. So, I know Billman and Adam, you guys have Samsungs, but I want an iPhone really bad because my sister got one.
I have an iPhone.
You don't? Oh yeah, or you do have an iPhone. Okay, Adam, sorry, you're the only one I think, and maybe Caden. I don't know about Caden, but so basically, I had a Samsung, and my older sister she got an iPhone, so I wanted one of those really bad. But like, my mom couldn't afford it for me yet because she was gonna get it for like my birthday or whatever, and I had to wait a long time with my old phone that like was like glitching every time I tried to do something on it. So it took like a long time. I had to wait forever. But waiting just kind of made it better once I actually got it. It kind of felt a lot better once I finally got what I wanted.
Nice.
So I have a question. Did you want to get a new phone? Did you just want a new phone, or did you specifically want an Apple phone?
I wanted a new phone, but I wanted an Apple like over an Android new phone. I wouldn't care which one I got, but I'd mostly want an Apple phone. And now I have an Apple.
Nice.
As long as it's not Samsung.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
funny.
Bilbin, Caden, do you guys have anything?
Yeah, I think a couple months ago, I was saving up for a new amp because my old amp really sucked. Like it was like a cheap like beginner amp or whatever. Like and it was really really bad, and I wanted like a new one. So I saved up money for it, and then I was like, hey mom, can I buy this? And then it was like online or whatever. And she's like, no, you can go like in person and buy it. And I was like, why? I have the money for it. And she's like, you'll trust me, you'll be happier when you actually go in person and buy it. And I was like, all right, fine. So I waited like a month, and then we went in and I bought it. It was actually a pretty nice amp, so yeah, I gotta try it and whatever.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Caden, up to you.
So in 6th grade, I signed up for this trip to go to New York and DC through my school, and then they postponed it till 7th grade, and they said, okay, this is when it'll be in 10th grade. So I was waiting and waiting and waiting, and they said, no, it's going to be in 8th grade now, and I've been waiting. I think it's going to happen in like 2 months. I've been really excited to go.
Nice. Nice.
I've had school do that sometimes. It's really annoying.
So this trip has not happened yet.
No, but it's supposed to
They're
happen in
still
about
waiting.
a couple months.
I've had school do that sometimes. It's very very annoying.
Yeah.
All right. The next question. Imagine if the thing you were waiting for never happened. How would you feel about the actions and choices you did up to that point? Would you have done anything differently?
If I had never gotten that amp, I probably would not have been encouraged, to play it or whatever. Cause like that amp, like actually, like was really bad. And if I hadn't gotten it, I probably wouldn't be very encouraged to play because it doesn't sound good or whatever.
Yeah.
So if I hadn't,
Frustrated.
yeah, and like something I would have done instead if I hadn't gotten that one. Like I don't know. I'd probably just like play acoustic or something like that because you don't need
Yeah.
amp for that, stuff like that, or piano. I don't know.
All right. What about Adam?
So what would I do? Was the question what would I do differently?
So if you never got what you were waiting for,
Okay.
how would you feel, and what would you have done differently?
I would feel maybe like I wouldn't be able to live up to my potential with guitar playing, maybe.
Yeah.
Or, there's a certain level where, your skills is what's in practice is what's really going to take you farther. But there is a certain point that quality of the tools you have can take you to. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go next. So I said that I was waiting for spring break, and I've been trying to just stay positive, even though the week's been going on really long. And if like something had been postponed, or if we just didn't get a spring break, it would be really hard to stay positive because that big thing I've been waiting for never would have happened.
Yeah, that would suck.
Colson?
If I didn't get a new iPhone, I'd kind of be disappointed. I would really
Get going.
I didn't get it. I'd just be like pretty kind of sad.
Okay.
Yep.
We heard kind of sad. Everything else was kind of.
Mad.
Really?
I think that probably summed up what you said.
It's kind of sad. I think you said something like, "I've been waiting for that phone, and if I hadn't gotten it, I would have been kind of sad."
What
Yeah,
if you had a
pretty much.
flip phone though? Would that be
Well,
better?
What if it wasn't Google?
well, I don't know.
Hmm.
Would have been worse, I guess.
Nice.
What's happening there?
Okay, what about Caden?
Well, I fundraised quite a bit of money to go on the trip in
Mm.
6th grade. And if I didn't go, I probably wouldn't feel very sad because I could just put the money towards the life trip.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
And most of my friends canceled who were going canceled the trip in 7th grade.
Mm.
So I don't really know anybody who's going. So I was just thinking about canceling it anyways.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next question.
A lot of fundraising.
Read Ephesians 5:15 through 17. It says, "Be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity, because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand what the Lord's will is." So it said, "Why do you think God left this command for his followers? What's the relationship between making the most of every opportunity and understanding God's will?"
Good question.
Okay, do you guys want me to go?
Yeah, if you have something.
Okay, so it says, "Why do you think God left this command for his followers?" It says, "Be very careful how you live, not as unwise, but as wise." So they're telling you to watch your step, catch yourself if you slip, figuratively. Like if you are trying to do something, you want to make sure that you don't lean into temptation, and you are standing strong with God. And then it says, "Making the most of every opportunity, because the days are evil." That days are evil, but that's explaining how temptation will always try to get you, no matter what day it is. But you always want to get the good, positive outcome out of every opportunity.
Yes, sir.
The next part of the question is, what's the relationship between making the most of every opportunity and understanding God's will? So it says, "Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand what the Lord's will is." So do not be foolish means even if you don't lean into temptation, you can still want things for yourself. You can still not have to do all of the best things. But God's will is for you to be absolutely perfect in his eyes. You want to do everything you can right. And you want to be able to help other people when they need to. And so if you fulfill that promise to God, you will be able to help him. And he will help you.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else want to chime in?
I don't know. I think you covered it pretty well.
Yeah.
All right. And it says, read John 10:10. How might Jesus... I'll get into that after we read that. It says, "The thief comes only to steal and kill and just destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." Okay?
Okay.
So the question is, how might Jesus want you to speak into an area of your life you're dealing with or have questions about? I'll read it again. "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full."
Thank you.
So what do you guys think that means?
Okay, I'm gonna wait 1 sec. Okay, so the verse.
Oh.
Hello.
So the verse, it says, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Alright.
you now.
Okay. So the verse is basically talking about how like evil basically is to steal, kill, like people do evil things, and how like when people who follow Jesus kind of live life to the full or whatever. Um, so they basically like uh all the bad sins that we do in our life can be saved, so we can live life to the full by following Jesus and speaking that into different aspects of our life. Could like, or an aspect of my life could be like in school or something. If I'm trying to like try not to do bad and teach others about Jesus, so their sinful lives can be met to the full by knowing Jesus and following Him. Something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it, my man.
Okay, and the next part of that question is, what could it look like to invite him into that area? And so
Good.
you
It
kind
looked good.
of covered that when you said bringing him into school and have him like help you in there. But again, like God is always with you, and He will stop at nothing to let temptation be beat. Right? He will do anything He can to help you, and in
Yeah.
that in your life that it can be we in the Bible when we're reading it, we think of temptation as like when Adam and Eve said, "Ooh, eat this apple," or when the devil went up to Jesus and he said, "Jump off, and your angels will save you." But in our lives, it can be something as, should I talk back to this person, or should I make a dumb joke that I'll regret later?
Mm.
Right? And so you really have to think about
Yeah.
it and what it means in your life.
Mhm.
Well, you
Yeah,
guys,
man.
you guys have anything else to add? That's all for today's.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
And comment your favorite part.
Yep. And if you guys have any Bible verses that you think we should look at, we will definitely read them.